everyone, it's Rebecca here. So tonight is Mexican and more Mexican. I've got sour cream chicken enchiladas already on the go. So I've already put the chicken on my other machine just so that we can keep going and move on with making, because I'm doing 2 dishes tonight. This is a new recipe to me. I've never made this one before. It is the chili cheese nachos. The request was for nachos, and that made me instantly think, well, I want sour cream chicken enchiladas because they are my absolute favourite. Hello, Charlene. Welcome, everyone. So, I'm starting the recipe for the chili cheese nachos. As for the chili part, look, for anyone that knows me and follows along, we are wusses, so we don't do a lot of the chili stuff. However, this is, yeah, we'll see how we go. There's a few ingredients that I might just leave out only for our taste, but of course, you absolutely do what suits you and your family and your tastes and flavours. Hello, Lily, how are you? All right, let me just wash the garlic juices off my fingers for a minute. Push on. It wants 40 grams of oil. So throw that in. And I'm guessing chop. Yep. So lid on. Measuring cup in. Katie. Sorry, it's chaos here. Anyone that's new here, I have a new puppy. And everyone's having fun with the puppy. Hello. So, yeah, it's a little crazy in our house at the minute. All right, so we're going to brown those onions or cook them for 8 minutes. That's a long time. All right, well, in the interim, we want 200 grams of this mincemeat. So what I will do is pop a bowl on top. Where's the smaller one? Let's use this, actually. I'm going to just be cheeky and take that off for a minute because, did you know, you can actually come out of there and, there's the dog, and use the scales, and I'm going to weigh in 200 grams. So that's what we need for this recipe. 260. So let's take a bit of that out, but a little bit more won't hurt. All right, so then I know I can pop this away for another recipe for another day. Hey, Jono, you're laying in bed with a cat, Zach. That sounds fun. All right, now let's do that. Let's put it into this container. And with that, I will make something else. So, take it out of there, pop it in my Tupperware freezer thing, and I'll freeze it because I actually have a few other dishes planned that I don't need beef mince. So, here. Yeah. So we'll put this away and save that for another day. Wash my hands. Okay, we're done. And into the freezer you shall go. Hello everyone, welcome along. I absolutely need a bigger kitchen. There is no doubt about that. Oh, don't worry, I keep entering to win prize homes with beautiful kitchens, but I still don't win one yet. One day. Come, look out, darling. I'd love a bigger kitchen. There's no doubt about that. All right, so that's the amount we need, so we'll pop that there. All right, and then let's go back to the recipe by pressing the bookmark. So we're putting in the mince, we're going to cook it. And then we're going to preheat the oven, and we're going to add in 10 tomatoes, tomato puree, some sugar, some salt, some cumin, dried oregano. Let's get these. Right. Cumin, oregano. Pretty sure sweet paprika was on this recipe too. Bay leaf, turmeric, sweet paprika. Oh, put that back on. The onions are killing me. Pinch of ground clove. What might you be? Let's not something I use often. Cloves ground. Cayenne pepper. My normally alphabetized spice drawer, I've got these little labels on top, is some huge big mess at the moment. Oh, Zach, you and me both. That is, I think that's everyone's dream. And I tell you what, that's the hardest part of this job, is that I go into kitchens exactly like that. And I'm dead jealous. So, hello everyone. Vegetarian chili. Ooh, go you. So you're having Mexican night too. Sloppy Joes from the new Skinny Mixers Drinks Dinner's book. With the mince? What? Oh, Sloppy Joes. Right, I gotcha. Okay, I will give that a go because I have that. Yes, I do. I get to see some pretty beautiful, gorgeous kitchens, and yeah, I can get a little jealous, but you know what? Great. I'm happy for people who are successful and have what they dream of. Lucky them, right? Making pizzas, no yeast. Oh, hey, now there is a recipe. I'm sure there is a no yeast pizza dough recipe. Do you have Greek yogurt? Because I'm pretty sure you can make a pizza dough with Greek yogurt. Let's stick it in the bottle. Come out wherever you are. Alright, we'll just rinse these kidney beans well. Alright. That's the beauty of these TM6, is being able to forward and go and look ahead at what comes next, right? Oh, thank you. Thank you. I've embraced my natural colour, and I've cut it. It's very short, actually. I'm desperately trying to grow it back now, but thank you. I'm loving my hair too. That's it, Ash. Yes, it does. So if you have some Greek yogurt, plain yogurt, you should be right. All right, now, at some point, we need cheese for this recipe, and I think we'll just use the cutter. Remove the bay leaf. I don't think I'll worry about the bay leaf. Bit of dark chocolate goes in this one. I'm all down for that. And I actually have some from my trip to Adelaide. So one of our gifts from head office on our Adelaide trip was this lovely box of chocolates. We went to this chocolate place, and that's dark chocolate. So I'm just going to use that as my 15 grams of dark chocolate in this recipe. And that gets cooked in, mix well, sprinkle over tortillas, top with pickled jalapeno chilies, and that's what we'll leave out, and then just cheese. So I need to grate some cheese once this is freed up. Now my chicken is done over here. First step, so we'll get that back on for the next step for the enchiladas. So puppy is settling in really well, Gail. How are you, my love? Yeah, I'm going to grow it back. I can't deal with short hair. Persuaded me for takeaway next time. There you go. Thank you, Zach. That's exactly what it is. It's a pretty easy recipe, actually, to do. So next time, you know, this time, go the takeaway. Sometimes we just have to get takeaway, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. However, boy oh boy, let's talk for a minute about the cost of living at the moment and how horrifically scary that is. I am so grateful that I can make delicious food from scratch myself, and absolutely need to save money by doing so, because how much is a takeaway these days? It's just ridiculous, isn't it? No, I think with the Greek yogurt you don't, actually. You can just go straight in. It's a bit like, there's a quick flatbread recipe that's quite similar. So yeah, give it a try. Give it a try. It's actually quite good. I have used that before. However, obviously, Consultant Life, I have lots and lots of yeast in my house all the time, as well as baker's flour. So, cool. All right, where are we up to? We're going to add in the meat. So we put that bit aside, chuck that in. And on to next. And let's cook that for 4 minutes. So this, as I said, is a new recipe. I've got my corn chips here, weighed up at the shops. The price point, the smaller bags were on special, but it still worked out to be cheaper to buy the full price big bag. You know what I mean. So, we'll get it all ready, hey? So I'm going to cook this on my big rose gold tray. Of course, with the pre-cut liner, so it's a nice easy clean. My liners are looking a little well loved. That's because I do love these and I use them a lot. So reading ahead, it said to spread this all out over the tortilla chips. So this is going to be a bit of a starter. I will spread this out, and I need to turn the oven on as well. So it does say to grill it. I do actually have a separate little grill oven. I'm a bit scared of it, to be honest. I need a lesson. This is the wonderful thing about Thermomix. There's plenty of lessons on how to use that by watching us go live, etc. But when it comes to things like your oven, you've just got a bit trial and error, haven't you? And I'm a little scared. It's not a new one, and I don't think I've got a manual. So one of these days I'll get the grill and I'll do the grill. But today, maybe I should just do it today. You know what? Let's do it. Let's just do it. Now I think I need to open the oven to do it. But see, this is a problem too. It doesn't say the temperature. It says high and low and numbers in between. So I'm a bit nervous about that. Right. Water, wet my whistle. So what's everyone been up to today? I'll make sure these not poisonous. Back to school tomorrow? Are we all prepared? Guess what I'm making tonight?
No.
First person that guesses.
No.
Don't encourage her to do that, darling. First person that guesses what I'm going to be making later tonight may win a prize. Let's see. Back to school. I may need to leave the door open. Cookies! Dimity, you are all over it.
Oh yeah, you told me you were making.
I will be making cookies a little later on.
Well, that's how it's
I'm so predictable. The jar is empty. I haven't made cookies for weeks and weeks and weeks. So, yeah, wing it and watch it like a hawk. I like that way.
Mum,
Yes, love.
it was crazy.
It says preheat the grill to 200 Celsius, so I'm guessing that is high. Alright. We shall see. No pizza tonight. She had sushi. It is a school staple. And you know me well. Alright. Tomato puree. That's the other thing I need to get out of the fridge that I haven't got out yet. So for anyone who reads tomato puree and goes, what? It's the British call tomato paste, tomato puree. So if you're unsure. Alright, now let's have a little bit of a chat too. Anyone who's on Instagram may have seen my stories today. One of the beautiful girls on my team, bless her husband, he's put the bowl in like this without the base on. And water's gone through and he went and turned the machine upside down. Guys, never, ever, ever lay your TM6 or 5 on its back, never upside down. If you ever are unlucky enough to get water into the machine, just turn it off, get onto your consultant, head office will advise you what to do. But the rule is switch it off and leave it for at least 48 hours, all right? But never turn it upside down. Now, I cannot stress enough how important it is. Everyone in this house knows never to drag my machine and to always make sure the bowl is together before it's put into the housing, okay? They're vital, vital things to do. And ever I saw anyone going, I'll put it back together later, boy oh boy, they'd be in trouble. So Absolutely. We've preheated the grill rather. The grill. Right, we want a tin of tomatoes. We want 160 grams of tomatoes. Yes. You're hanging out here. I've got company. I've got an audience. Willow. Hello. All right, tear. So I'll use the leftover of this for my enchiladas. So that perfectly works out. Tablespoon of puree. That's here. I'm always generous with things like purees and stock paste, etc. because of course these things are giving you flavour. Alright, so don't ever be afraid to put your own touch on, edge on, add a little extra. Make sure, of course, you're tasting as well. I'll just guesstimate a teaspoon of sugar in there. Whoops. And then a teaspoon of salt. My salt is empty, my shaker. I need to fill it up. Here I could probably put some stock in, but I'm new to the recipe. I'll follow it along. You're stealing that again. Teaspoon of ground cumin. Alright, so these are all your Mexican spice flavours. There are recipes to make your own taco seasoning. Make it, because you are buying stuff with God knows what in it. How nice is it to know what is in your food? Okay, oregano. I'm going to leave the bay leaf out. A pinch of turmeric, just a pinch. Oh goodness, what's a pinch? That. And a pinch of sweet paprika. I like sweet paprika, so let's not too small a pinch on that one. Pinch of ground cloves. Yes, it would be a pinch for me because I know it's part of the flavour, but it's not a favourite flavour of mine. That and nutmeg. Pinch of cayenne pepper. That's of course a bit of spice. You literally, if you're a wuss like us, don't go crazy with that stuff because it is hot, spicy hot. Okay, we're putting the simmering basket in with the kidney beans that I've already washed. And then we're going to cook that for a further 8 minutes. And then after that, we're going to take this thing out, remove the bay leaf, we don't have to worry about, add in some chocolate, cook that a little bit more, put the kidney beans in, mix well with the spatula, put it over this, pour that mixture over, and then I need some grated cheese. So, what can I do here? What I might do is stop that. Now, bring my enchilada chicken over. Beauty of 2 meals and 2 machines. Put that there. So this is step 26. So if I go over to my machine here, find the recipe, my week, chili cheese nachos, scroll down. We're at, no, yes, 28, wasn't it? 27, 26, there we go. So we'll have that cooking over here, and then we'll go here, my week, chicken enchiladas. So this is a thing you can do. You can switch over and change. If you've got an extra bowl, you can change over and do other things. So, what's that? You only live once, get spicy, girl. Listen, I would, but I have a hubby who's not a fan of spicy. So, and to be honest, I had a break from spicy when I was pregnant with my last child, and I found it really hard to get back into it. So, anyway, the spice jars that I have here are mason jars from Kmart. A box of 3 are for $3. They're like $1 a jar, and these labels are from the mix shop. So that I like because I have it in a drawer, and I try to keep it in alphabetical order, but it does get a bit mixed up. So I can just see what it is on top. So how many bowls I have 2 bowls per the machines that I have, pretty much. what am I doing? The grater. Where is my chopper? Oh, there it is, right at the back of the cupboard.
Mom,
It's been a minute since I used it.
you won't fall asleep.
Did she fall asleep? So I'm just going to use my grater, my cutter. It's a grate for grating, just to grate the cheese. And then I'll carry on with the enchiladas because we need grated cheese for both these recipes. So I do have 3 machines, correct, Dimity? One of them is on loan with one of my team at the moment. But I have one here and one behind me in my kitchen. And look, they're not always both going, but some days they are. And this is just consultant life. I've earned them. I've had people ask, am I rich? No, I am not. I wish I was. So with cheese, when you're grating your cheese with your cutter, start the machine first, then put the cheese in, and we just gently persuade the cheese. We don't chop. So before anyone asks, we're hoping the cutter will be on the mix shop by the end of the month. Fingers crossed, okay? Fingers crossed. And yes. Right. Just gently with cheese. Don't be too quick. Stopped on me. That's interesting. I didn't realise it had a time limit. There we go. Cheese is done. So the brilliant thing about the cutter is the fact that that keeps that cheese all in there, beautifully grated. Bowl is clean. Always remember to remove this part. Okay. Very important. Some people are leaving that in there and slicing it up. Willow can smell the cheese. She can have a bit of cheese. Here. She'll love you forever. There you go. You give her that. All right. So, cheese is done. Those bits in there. All right. So, grated cheese done. Now, back to our recipe. Take that bowl off, that's clean, that can sit aside. Put our chicken bowl back on and go back to my week. Sour cream chicken enchiladas. We've done the 2 sets of chicken. Stir the pieces, done that part. Transfer the chicken into the thermo bowl. So, oh, there's a bit of cheese. I've got mine on it. Alright. So remember, with your aroma, lift it away from you. This is designed to catch the drips, okay? It also can sit just nicely on top of your server with the lid on and keep that stuff warm. I'm just literally going to do that actually because I don't need to put it in there. It's going back into the bowl after a few steps now. So let's move that out of the way so I don't knock it. So here we just take the water out of the bowl. It does say clean and dry it. So with the wonders of having multiple bowls, let's just move on. Okay, preheat the oven. Grill is still on, looking good. Now I need to preheat the oven. But can I do both at the same time? Surely. Alright, the other thing I need is my enchilada dish that I'm going to make it into. Let's put that there. Put these chips in the cupboard. Alright, let's set that aside for a minute while that's cooking away. Alright. It's all happening here. Alright, so I've done the cheese, so I can skip that step. Clean and dry the bowl. Coriander. Did I get that out of the fridge? No, I did not. Now, if you're a coriander hater, just use parsley. It will do the same sort of thing. But I love the stuff. Does not upset me. Does not taste like soap to me.
She can smell something.
She wants more cheese. That's enough cheese for her. Alright. Save. Never ever throw these parts out. Okay. If it says the leaves only, save the roots. Stick them in a Ziploc bag in the freezer. When you're making sautés and a lot of other recipes, you will do that there. Yes, the happy birthday banner is still up. We have not got up there to remove it. So, I know, and it's well over a month since her birthday. We will get it down eventually. We don't even have another birthday coming up. July is the next one. That's me first and then my husband. July babies. All right. So this is a part of the garnish. So you just chop it in, chuck it in rather, and it's going to chop it up for you. For the enchiladas. I really could probably do this recipe with my eyes closed. I've made it so many times. However, it's been a little minute. I don't think I've made it since we moved here. Alright, so over here I'm taking those beans out. Alright. Don't worry about that. I'm going to put this bit of dark chocolate in. Let me just cut that in half. Lid on. Ooh. 3 more minutes over there. Multitasking like a demon. Alright, so this gets transferred and set aside. So that's that all just chopped up in there. This, for me, is just, oh, I love. So delicious. Some of this goes in the enchilada, some you sprinkle on top at the end. So, and for anyone who might be jumping on now, as I say, this recipe, the sour cream chicken enchiladas, is the one that people will ask me, what is your favourite recipe? It's this. I love this recipe. It's probably one of my absolute all-time favourites. Now, I can't believe it. I thought I had plenty of garlic. And I'm down to all these little baby bare bone pieces. Oh, stink. Never mind. I used more than I thought. It's funny, isn't it, how sometimes you think you've got loads of something and you've got absolutely none of it? Oh, or is that just me? All right, let's just clear all these little pieces. That will do. It will have to do. It hardly even counts as 2 garlic cloves. Oh, Willow, you can't come and cook with me, baby. I think she'd like to. All right. What are you doing? Why are you not? What's that about dark chocolate? Yes, no, dark chocolate in chili is quite an authentic thing to do, I believe. Yeah. So it's in the mince mixture, in the chili mince mixture. 1/4 red onion. Will do. It says half a tomato. That's a pilly little tomato, so half a red capsicum. Lid on. Choppy chop chop. They're all going off at once. Alright. I should have different music, shouldn't I? Alright, I'm adding the cooked kidney beans back in over in the chilli. Right. And then mix well with spatula and sprinkle. So, that's that done. Oh, that smells so good. Alright, so there is that yummy, delicious chili beef that is going on top of the nachos. Oh my God, the kids are going to love this. Right. So, let me pour that on. And of course, it does then say adding in jalapenos. You know, you can put anything on there you wanted to really, but we're not really going to add any more spice. That will be spicy enough for us, but as I say all the time, you do you. Alright. Here with that. Oh my God, it smells so good. Look, normally I would say taste, taste, taste. I can smell this is amazing. So I don't need to taste. Plus it'll burn my tongue because it's really hot. Alright, let's have some of this cheese from the cutter bowl. Sprinkle that on top. Look, grill is ready to go. Oops, I keep dropping stuff out of the hole. I'm such a dope. Okay, wish me luck with the grill. So, Thermomix, I'm all over. Oven and the grill, not so all over. Look at that already. Woo! Can't wait. Okay, grill we go. Oh, she's smoking. Is it touching? Oh, it's touching. It's too tall. Where's that spatula? Too generous. Oh, it's touching me. Oh, it's not a very deep grill. Alright. Okay, wish me luck. Hopefully that'll be fine. Alright, what are we on here? Scraping down the sides. So that's all that I threw in chopped up. Saves you having to do a lot of chopping. Right. Oh, I love those smells. Love, love, love those smells. Okay, next. 2 pinches of salt. Okay. Pepper. No, that's the salt, that's empty. Pepper still has pepper in it. Now the olives, okay, I add the olives as I build them because some of the kids don't love olives. All right, so there's a little tip. Okay, sour cream is going in. Yum. 40 grams of lime juice. It's got 2 limes here. I've just been to the shops and I picked up 1 lime and then I went over to the section of the, you know, perhaps what is it called? The odd bunch. And it was so much cheaper to get a whole bag of limes than it was just to buy 1. So same with the lemons. Please don't forget that section in your supermarket if you're looking to budget and save a bit of money. That's where it's at. That's where it's at. There's nothing wrong with it. Nothing wrong with it. It just might not look as pretty as the others, but I tell you what, the limes in the bag were far juicier and delicious than the ones that were selling loose. They didn't feel ripe enough, to be honest. So there we go. All right, lime juice is in. Some of the cheddar. There we go. And then the last of that's going to go on top. Half the reserves of this. Coriander and spring onion. That's my nachos. I'm so nervous. Oh my gosh! Oh wow! They're done. That was really quick. Holy doolies. Okay. Check these out. It's a little, probably could have left out a lot less time. Look at that. Okay, so the grill, I'm gonna convert to the grill. Right, I've got to take a photo of those before they get devoured. All right, let's push on with this. Lid on. So we just give that a mix up and then we add in the chicken. So reserved chicken. Which I've still just had sitting in the aroma. I did have tongs. This is a problem. I get things out and then I just throw them in the sink and then next minute the sink is just overflowing. Take the lid off, you dope. Does anyone else do that or is that just me too? Yes, parsley is a great alternative if you're not a coriander lover. Or look, just go with the spring onions and leave it out. Parsley would work well. We love coriander, but we're just lucky it doesn't taste like soap to us, which is, I know what it does to some people. Go jumped ahead of the gun. All right, and then it's just going to blitz that all up together, and then it's just time to build these babies. So, let's get rid of this stuff. Maybe not that. There, that can all go in the bin after. Right, cycle that. Now, I'll just use the spray actually. Just give this a quick spray. So they don't stick. So it says transfer into a bowl and set aside. I don't worry about doing that. I actually just make them from the bowl. So yeah. Now, don't shoot me. I've cheated tonight. I thought I've got a lot going on. The last thing I need to do is add to my daily tortillas. So I've cheated. I've bought some. But please, making your own tortillas from scratch, if you have the time, is awesome. And they're amazing. They are far tastier than this, and I do it from, I have done it rather. I just knew today I would not have time. So we just want to fill these with some of the mixture. I'm quite generous because why not, and they're delicious. And you just tuck and roll that in. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing, yep. And this, my friends, is, like I say, one of my go-to favourite recipes. Sour cream chicken enchiladas. There are other enchilada recipes. The chicken and spinach is very popular. Give those a try. I just know how much I love these, and I would hate to make those and be bitterly disappointed if they weren't as good as these ones, right? So, hey Savannah, how are you? So yes, sour cream chicken enchiladas. And look, you spice them up, you dull them down, whatever, you do you. Now, remembering, I've got to add some olives to some. Now, it does say sliced. Hubby and I love them. So what I tend to do is just chuck them in as I make them. So they're the olive-free ones. Those four. And I'll mark those differently. And then these ones will have the olives for us, because we love the olives. See how it's great, how it just sort of chops up the chicken nicely and you get a little bit of everything in each bite. It's really great. Love, love, love. Wrap, tuck, squish. All right, probably got just enough for maybe 2 more. Another great way of using this recipe is if you had a cooked chicken, just skip cooking the chicken part, pull your chicken apart and throw it in. So a bit of a cheat on the time. So it's already dark here. Yes, Queensland is funny, isn't it? It just gets so dark so quickly. We are coming into winter, so what's the time now? What are we on? Nearly 20 to 6. Yeah, 20 to 6. All right, so for the last one, what I generally do is sit him in there and then just get every last bit out of the bowl and then just tuck it in. Oh, yeah. Yes, you could definitely skip the cooking chicken part and have pre-cooked chicken. Right. Olives. So these 4 don't, and these last 4 do. Come on for the chef. Still light, yeah. Well, that's a joy being south, isn't it? So now we pour the tin tomato over the top. Oh God, that's whole tomatoes. Oh, whoops-a-daisy. I opened the wrong one. Let's just chop those little suckers up in the tin. Chop you up. I bought a whole tin for another recipe, which I'll have to now improvise with that one. Oh, no. I like to be generous. I will use 2. Because, yum. These ones are chopped. So let's just give that a really good whack. And then jiggle in a shake. Cheese on top. And then we've got to put the last of the spring onion and the coriander on top of that. I'm frothing already. So now so my trick of how I know which is what, right? Because that could go in the oven and come out and I'll go, oh, which side, is I just slice a little bit of something, be it tomato or whatever I've got on hand, and just stick it over those 4. So at least I know they're the ones that don't have the olives. So let me get this in the oven. Yum. And my sink is overflowing. Thank God for dishwashers, right? Okay, so there we go. We've made enchiladas and nachos. I'm going to come back and share this later over on Instagram and Facebook for you too, with a picture of the end result so that you can see how delicious our Mexican feast is. I'm going to have to wait until the enchiladas come out, aren't I, to have a picture of the 2 together, unless I do a bit of magic with taking a photo. That's what I'll do. All right, guys, thanks for joining. And remember, if you need anything, reach out. And I'll catch you next time.